It's Madden NFL 22, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Broncos and the Hawks, and it comes your way next.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it. And that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. Straight ahead, a rematch of Super Bowl 48, and it should be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks. Well, that holding call set him up with it. Great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. The former Missouri Tiger, Drew Lock. Will be a quarterback as he leads out the Denver Broncos.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation, that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly. You might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They run with Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. See if they can, but this is third and goal. Block going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 catches, 108 for the yardage, and the score, too.
Third in the league in receiving yards, and that's a strong number. That means he's being consistent each and every time out.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. On 2nd and goal. Fields toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Etienne is in. Touchdown, Seattle. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
It certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
McCann's got it teed up. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 73 yards. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Shoves him aside. And all the way down to the 39.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Derek Brown in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Play action. It's Fields. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now a first down throw. Fields flushed out right. And he He's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Now Fields. Being chased out left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. And that takes us from second to third down. To throw is Fields. This is caught. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on fourth and very short. Going for it, here's Etienne. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. Now it's Fields. Steps away to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Justin Fields. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. McCann's got it teed up. KJ Hamler returning it. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On second down, it's Harris. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. On the delay, here's Harris. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll punt it away for the second time. With it is Brown. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. From the gun, here's Fields. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Travis Etienne with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. We now proceed to the start of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Hamler now to return it. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They look to throw. It's Locke. Man open. He's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. On the give, this is Harris. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the paper.
Now Brown, he lost the football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Locke to throw. He completes this to Sutton. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Locke. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the fumble recovery, Fields. 7 yards, the pickup there. From the 31, Fields. Dancing to his left. Finding room to the 20. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Ja'Marr Chase with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Seahawks. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. McCann's got it teed up. Hamler now to return it. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Throwing now is Locke. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Here's Fields. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. And we sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Fields now to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. And it's third down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Fields throwing again. Escaping the pressure right. That was going to throw deep right side.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion, and that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again on second down. Locke. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. On the draw, it's Harris. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. Now Locke, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Von Miller racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And all the way down to the 35. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Fields. Flush to his right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. 10 more there and another 1st down. Here's Fields. Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 30, the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And I think the Broncos have it. They do. So the onside kick is recovered. And, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are two very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now Locke. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The Broncos on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Locke. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. No escape for Locke, and he'll go down. Brian Burns in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. Able to find Judy. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one goes for 24 yards. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on second down. Fields. He will find his man Chase complete. And all the way in. Touchdown Seattle. Jamar Chase, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. McCann's got it teed up. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver. And it's second down. From the gun, it's Locke. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. On first down, it's Fields. The toss here completed to Pittman. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw. Fields eluding the pressure right. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. It's brought in by Harris. Oh, what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short gain. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
Locke working out of the gun. Pass complete to Harris. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.